Reported accident same-day policy started.
Your permission to record this statement? Great. Okay, so I just wanted to confirm some of the facts of this accident just because obviously when you file a claim on a brand new policy, that does get looked at a little bit more closely. So we just want to make sure we're covering all of our bases. So I'm just going to ask you some very specific questions and we'll kind of go from there, okay? Great. Okay. So can you tell me where you were when you noticed this damage to your car? Okay. And you said that you noticed that the damage to your car looked like someone had hit the vehicle while it was parked and they just left without leaving their information. Is that correct? Okay. What did you do once you noticed the damage to the vehicle? Okay. Did you attempt to report the damage to the police, or did you try to talk to the grocery store for any footage that would have shown who hit the car? Okay. And this would have been on November 17th, which was Sunday. Is that correct? Okay. All right. And you signed up for a policy that same day. Do you remember what time it was that you contacted us? Okay. And when was it that you noticed this damage? Okay. About 6 hours later, roughly. Okay. And who were you insured with previously? Okay. How long was that period? Okay. Did you sustain any damage to your vehicle, have any accidents during that uninsured period? Okay. Wow, that is pretty unlucky. I'm sorry, pretty lucky that you started a policy and then immediately you had damage to the vehicle. Okay. Okay. And the damage to your vehicle was the left rear bumper, is that right? Okay. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions on that. I did have some information about the next steps in the claims process, as well as how the damage for your claim is going to be handled, okay? Okay. So I'm not sure if you are aware of this, but have you ever heard of what we call vehicle sightings? Okay, not a problem. I'm happy to clarify. So vehicle sightings just mean that if your vehicle has been caught on a traffic camera in the area and photographed, that your insurance company can request those vehicle sightings. We can look at, previous areas that your vehicle was parked and look for any pre-existing conditions to the car. Yeah, that is definitely something that we have access to. Well, there's really no expectation of privacy when you're in public. If your car is parked on a public road, anytime that you're out in public, it's an assumption that you're probably on camera with today's technology. Okay. Yeah, so we did run the vehicle sightings report, and we found that your car had been seen in late October, parked on a road with this damage. Anything to say about that? Okay. So since this damage was pre-existing and the both the insurance and this claim were filed under false pretenses. We have obviously denied the coverage for this claim since it was unrelated prior damage. And subsequently, we did report your policy to underwriting. So they will be canceling out your insurance and they'll send you all the documentation for that. I mean, I'm happy to send you the documentation that we're using and the photographs that we have that are resulting in the denial of this claim, because this damage was definitely reported on your vehicle way prior to the inception of this policy. I mean, even if this accident caused additional damage to that same area, you didn't report that your car had any damage at the time that you filed your application with us, and you reported that all of this damage happened as a result of the accident, which neither of those things are true. And when you give false information to your insurance company, the consequence of that is a denied claim and canceled insurance. I mean, we will refund any of the premiums that you've already paid, because like I said, we are going to cancel back to inception. It'll be like you never insured with us, and you will unfortunately not be able to insure with us in the future, but I wanted to give you that information. That was to make sure that we had a recording of your reported facts of loss, to make sure that with proceeding forward with the claim denial, we are right in doing so, to make sure that I'm not missing any information and to capture that. I mean, I can understand your position on that, but your policy contract does clearly state that that is something that we can use as part of the claims process to determine coverage and things of that nature. Again, I'm sorry you feel that way. That is our job, is to fully investigate claims and make sure that we're only paying for claims that we actually owe for. So at this point, like I said, your claim is denied and your coverage will be canceled. I mean, I'm not sure why you're cursing at me about a problem you created. That's not at all what's happening here, but I can understand your position and your frustration. So I'm going to let you go and you can deal with that. I just wanted to give you the status update on this claim, as I am the assigned adjuster. Have a good day. Goodbye. If there's one thing to learn from me and my page, first of all, never lie to your insurance company, because you don't know how many tools we have in the toolbox to figure out that you're a liar. Like, just when you thought you've seen it all, we will pull out some other shit that'll help us determine that you're a liar. So in my opinion, I hope that they file this attempted insurance fraud, because not only did he have this damage like last month, but he was uninsured for 6 months. So he thought to himself, I haven't had insurance for a while. I'm going to get this insurance with this new insurance company, and then I'm going to immediately turn around and file a claim, which, mistake number one, like, what are you, new? But it was an intentional misrepresentation, and in my opinion, that deserves to be escalated. Fuck around and find out, I guess.